Daredevil is back, born again, and I'm back. I'm doing videos again. It's been years since I've done a video. I gotta admit, I got a little bummed out about the culture and about the whole nerd culture going on. It was a dark time. If you lived through those times, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's in the past. The culture war has been won. The things that were crap were flushed down the toilet. The things that are good, we're starting to get some good things. We're starting to get some good comic books. There's always been good comic books. They've just been, you got to dig a little bit deeper to find them. But I'm not going to dwell on that too much because there's plenty of people who are doing that out there. If you're watching this and listening to this and wondering if this show is woke, I'd like to remind you of two things. Culture is alive, it's breathing, it's moving at all times. Even when it goes backwards, even when Capri Pants comes back, even when Ed Hardy shirts come back, please don't bring those back. Those were fucking hideous. Even when that stuff comes back, culture in its own way is moving forward. And calendars, in the only way that they can move forward, move forward. So that is gone. 2018 is gone. 2020 is gone. The wokeness has proven itself to not make money, to not create a lasting type of entertainment that you can build off of. It was always just skin deep, and that was the trend for a little while, and it's gone away, and hopefully that will stay away. So, is it woke? Who cares? It's a good show. I will say Daredevil Born Again, outstanding show. Drop what you're doing. Make time to watch it. Don't worry about is it woke. Don't worry about all that stuff. Just watch a good show. It's so in close and it's so personal. And there's times where I will give it a knock. There's times where they use a shaky cam, where they do use a handheld cam, because they want to get in and make you feel like you're in the room. But if the goal is to give you vertigo, it might give you a little bit of vertigo just from panning across a room, seeing the screen bounce. That's not fun. It's not. I didn't like it. Don't do that. But this is, if you're going into these first two episodes, and you're expecting to see big over-the-top explosions and actions, you're going to see one hell of a fight scene. And you're going to see a fight scene that harkens back to the really great days of the Netflix Marvel shows. Something street level. Two combatants, completely exhausted. Just one's trying to get away, one is determined to get the other one, and it's just a grinding fight. Like what really impressed us about the original, Iron Fist and Daredevil and Luke Cage, these really up close and personal street level type heroes. You don't need these candy coated cosmic threats to tell a good story. That's the Michael Bayism of comic book stories, of telling a comic book story, is where you get this giant, Lovecraftian god that's coming to squash Earth with his thumb, and then somehow you have to fight it through dance and whatever. That's not what this is. This isn't Tony Stark in a technological suit that becomes magic at one point in the MCU. This isn't that. This is a dude using a stick and his fist to beat up an assassin. And holy cow, it gets off to a wild start in the fight. And I said, do not miss that. You're going to love it. It's really good. After that, I will give you a little bit of a warning. I almost got bored because it slows down and it zooms in and it does something that I didn't expect it to do. It became sort of a court drama, sort of this, a mix of The Sopranos and I don't know what a good court drama show is. My wife could probably tell me. She likes that stuff. But it becomes, you start to see the struggles of Kingpin and Matt Murdock when they want to be, Kingpin wants to be Wilson Fisk. He's trying to be the mayor of New York. Daredevil is trying to be Matt Murdock. He's kind of given up the whole Daredevil thing because of things that happened after the fight, and he's given up on that. He doesn't want to go back to that. Wilson Fisk wants to be the upstanding, politician. He wants to be the mayor of New York, and you start to see the cracks where they're dealing with that. They're putting on a mask. They're putting on a mask of the lawyer. They're putting on a mask of the candidate of the mayor of New York, and they have their own struggles in that, and you start to see the cracks and you start to see the pressure. And when they release that pressure, they find that they get better results when they sort of dabble into what they used to be, what they really are, in my opinion, of the characters. That's when things start to work for them, but they don't want to go back to that. And I think we're going to see a lot of that in the next few episodes. Aside from that, man, it does you got to pay attention to the cinematography, because there are scenes where the cinematography is great. When they set up the shot, everything feels purposeful. It doesn't feel like they're just trying to fit a scene. A lot of the MCU became, it's like, oh, let's set up the shot so we can fit this CGI monster in there, or let's do this. It's none of that. It's very up close and personal. It's very emotional on a singular level with the character. You start to see their struggles and the things that they're dealing with trying to keep the mask on, which is absolutely beautiful. It's amazing to see this come back, and I hope to see, when you see an MCU movie come out, or one of these smaller shows on the streaming services come out, I hope they stick to that. I hope they stick to something that's a little more personal. You did your big thing with Endgame, and you did Infinity War and Endgame. You did your big thing, and that was fun. That was good at the time. But like I said, culture moves on. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep hitting the Michael Bay button on the MCU. At some point, you're going to have to stop, step back, kind of recognize who these characters are, who they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be fighting Space God every time, Just have a good, up-close and personal story where, you get to see the emotion of the character. You get to see what they're dealing with. Not just, big magic hammer go swoosh. So that's a good thing. That's what I want. That's what I'm hoping to see from this. It's a big thumbs up, double thumbs up for me. I will definitely say that. Is it woke? Are you asking? Who cares? It's good. That's what we wanted. Isn't that what we want? It's good culture, good content, good viewing with these characters. And they take very good care of the characters as well. Once again, that's what we wanted to see. That's what we didn't see from 2014 to 2022 in the comic books. They took no care of the characters. They let some of these ideologue writers and editors do whatever they want. That's how we wind up with mustard and bigotry. That's how we wind up with characters becoming mantles that they can just put on a different character, when you can't do that because they don't have, Amadeus Cho does not have the same, he hasn't walked the same path as Bruce Banner. And, when you make Amadeus Cho Bruce Banner, it doesn't work. And when you start treating Bruce Banner as Mark Ruffalo, it also doesn't work, because Bruce Banner is supposed to be an extremely intelligent person with a bad temper. That's who he is. And when you don't take care of that character, you wind up with something else. You wind up with something uninterested. You wind up with Professor Hulk, which is the most boring part of the entire MCU. You take, and I believe it was Captain America in Civil War, not the comic, not the movie, where he saw an intelligent Hulk, and he told the scientist who made that intelligent Hulk, told him that you took away his edge. And that's completely true. You took away his edge, you took away what makes him interesting as a character, and you take away what makes him effective as a fighter in a comic book. But I'm getting way off track with this. Is it a recommend? Yes. I'm excited for episode 3. Isn't that what we want? We want to be excited about the new stuff coming out. I'm excited. I guess next Wednesday it's going to come out. I'm going to have to fight my daughter for the TV because Moana 2 comes out next Wednesday. So she and I'm going to have to battle a 4-year-old. And she's pretty dang stubborn. But that's all I got for this. I'm going to start making videos again. I'm going to have a good time. I had a good time making this one. I hope you had a good time listening to it. My videos aren't for watching. I don't do anything with my videos. I just talk into a mic about culture and the new thing and the nerd culture. But I hope you guys had a good time. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. If you got anything you want me to check out that's coming up, let me know and I'll check it out. Thank you. Bye.